am healed, I am healed. I am healed, I am healed. I am healed, I am healed. I am healed, I am healed. There's a song in my heart. It sings, I am loved. It whispers in my ear that I am loved. There's a song in my heart. It sings, I am loved. It whispers in my ear that I am loved. 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 There is a song in my soul. It sings of my joy. It bubbles up from deep inside. Your sweet joy. There's a song in my soul. It sings of my joy. It bubbles up from deep inside. Your sweet joy. I am 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 joy. There's a song in my soul that sings, I am loved. A beating ray of spirit's light. I am loved. There's a song in my soul. It sings, I am loved. A beating ray of spirit's light. I am loved. 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 I am whole. I am whole. I am healed. I am healed. I am loved. I am loved. I am joy. I am joy.
Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for that opening song, Patty and Brent. Today is Sunday, May 19th, and I am Amy Vanette. I will be kicking off the service, and you'll hear from our lesson with Reverend Sandy in a bit. Let's see here. Welcome also to our virtual audience, those watching on Facebook Live, as well as those who may be watching later on YouTube. We appreciate you and are glad you are here with us today. I'd like to share with you an opening statement here. If you find that you suddenly and unexpectedly feel joy, don't hesitate, give in to it. So that's a lovely thought. Okay. And now what I'd like you to do is just join me in your heart space for an opening prayer as we start off today. Fellow divine humans, today and every day, let us hold the world and all beings in the light of peace and love. Guarding our thoughts, we choose compassion. Measuring our words, we choose encouragement. Preparing our actions, we choose kindness. We order our thoughts in service to a better world. Amen. And if you will join me in our mission statement, all together with the words on the screen. Unity of Hagerstown, a welcoming community, embraces spiritual awakening through affirmative prayer and meditation, creating a positive path of abundant living for all. And next we will have our daily word, read by Jay Vanette. And as he makes his way up here, just a reminder, if you don't already get the daily word in email or a hard copy, you can certainly do that through Unity Ministries online and order that material for yourself in celebration of the 100th year of the daily word. So I'll let Jay take it away.
Thank you. Is this on? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Thank you, Amy. So the topic today is I am. In the book of Exodus, Moses asks God his name. God responds, I am who I am. I am is the name of the divine presence within me, a reminder of my spiritual nature. Sometimes I may forget my divine identity by thinking of myself as weak, incapable, or unfortunate. If I have spoken disempowering words about myself, I release those thoughts and stop using those words. Each time I say I am, I strengthen my awareness of the truth of my being. I am God's life, love, wisdom, and strength, expressing uniquely as me. As I pay attention to my thoughts and words, I am able to recognize and release limiting thoughts more quickly. My awareness of my true identity grows stronger and stronger. From Matthew 16:15, he said to them, but who do you say that I am? And if you look up there, we will say together, I am a living expression of God. Let that settle for a few moments. And again, I am a living expression of God.
Thank you, Jay. All right, now it's time to greet our neighbor and show that living expression to our neighbor, but not for too long. Just a short little bit of an expression. As I look out, I see people that I know have been here before, so you know that we're huggers here. So, if you don't want that, just, kind of send a little signal and greet your neighbor just for a few minutes, and then we will have another song. When you hear the song, that's time to sit down and start singing. Thank you.
Hi, folks. I wanted to say hello before it got too loud in here because I understand you haven't been able to hear me for the past couple of weeks. But know that I am sending my love straight to you, and I can feel your love coming back to us. We love you, we appreciate you, and we're so happy that you're a part of this community. Namaste, my friends. Hi, buddy.
Nice meeting you. Doing great, everybody.
Spirit is joy, oh holy joy, springs from and shout. Creation gives you the cue. You say that your God is love. Well, it's time to live like it's true. Yes, spirit is joy, oh holy joy, springs from my soul to you. Catch on fire with the zeal of God, oh let your light blaze through. Spirit is joy, oh holy joy, spirit is joy, oh holy joy, spirit is joy, oh holy joy, let your light blaze through. We're gonna let our light blaze through.
Yes, thank you, Brett and Patty. I love that song, and thank you for indulging me in singing it a second time. Okay, so we are continuing on with our series exploring the core values that this ministry holds. Back in 2019, the community came together and through a discernment process identified different values, and we made a word cloud out of that. Now, we just adopted the ones that got the most hits because they kept getting larger and larger, and those are the ones that we are using as our core values. Why are we doing this? I don't know. No. I do know. It's because our core values are kind of like the guiding priorities and principles in which we navigate this ministry through whatever circumstance we're facing. They're also part of our identity, our culture, and by looking at our core values, we keep that culture, that identity in the forefront of our minds. Additionally, if we are not able to live these values individually, there is no way we can live them collectively. So this is for all of us to look over these values so that we might really lean into them a little bit more fully. So we have gone over spiritual as a value. We are a spiritual being living in a spiritual universe under spiritual law. It's kind of the foundation for everything that we believe here. We've also gone over open-minded. We approach each circumstance with a beginner's mind, leaving behind any preconceptions, any judgments or experiences that we may have had in the past. Clean slate. We also went over welcome. That's pretty self-explanatory. We are a welcoming community. We welcome others into our midst. We also went over love. We live and move and have our being in the energy of divine love, my friends. So we use that as a core value to let love be one of those guiding principles by which we decide how to move. Today, we're going to look at the last two. And the first one is acceptance. And there are a few ways to look at acceptance. And so I'm going to explore a couple of them. There are probably more that I won't explore, but the first is really to accept others. And I'd like to share a statement from Unity Worldwide Ministries. This is adapted, but I think this kind of covers everything really nicely. We believe that all people are created with sacred worth, and we strive to reach out to all who seek support and spiritual growth. Therefore, we recognize the importance of serving all people in spiritually and emotionally caring ways. Our ministry is free of discrimination on the basis of race, gender, age, creed, religion, national origin, ethnicity, physical disability, and sexual orientation. It sounds a lot like welcoming, used in this way, doesn't it? But I think that there is a difference. I think it goes a little bit deeper. Accepting others into our community is more than just welcoming a stranger, because it's letting them know that they are part of us, that this is a reflection of the oneness that we believe in. We believe there's one spirit that connects us all. We are this spirit expressing. As A Course in Miracles puts it, it's kind of the acceptance of the atonement or at-one-ment, accepting our oneness. Louise Hay, many of you are familiar with her, brilliant, wonderful, wise woman, tells us, if I want to be accepted as I am, then I need to be willing to accept others as they are. I think we also need to accept ourselves as we are. We accept ourselves as the universe created us. Again, going to A Course in Miracles, I am as God created me, not flawed, but whole, not limited, but connected to the source of all good within, not unworthy, but confident in knowing that I make a difference in the healing of the world. My thoughts matter, my words matter, my actions matter. They are important. You know, sometimes we remember that we're fully human and yet fully divine, and sometimes we just remember we're fully human. And there may be resistance to bringing in that alignment with our divine self, maybe from early childhood programming, maybe thoughts of unworthiness, whatever it is. There may be a tendency to resist that. Ernest Holmes tells us, we resist being what we really are. We need to accept the fuller expression of the mind that is within us. For in its creative flow through us rests our entire future, the greater person that we are and the richer life we desire to enjoy. So we accept this oneness, if you will, and cultivate it through those spiritual practices of prayer, meditation, of anything that helps us align our thoughts with the truth of our being, that we are this living expression of God, as the Daily Word said, I am. So it's important to be consistent with those spiritual practices, even when we may not feel like doing it, but keep up. The word accept also can mean to let go and to trust. It teaches us how to have faith that God is present in every situation. When we live in acceptance, we often feel a sense of peace, security, safety even. And it's in accepting the things that we cannot change, as any 12-stepper will let you know, that brings about a certain amount of peace in our lives. It also brings about the knowledge that there are things that we can change. We can control our thoughts, our beliefs, our actions, and our words, right? The philosopher Michael Zimmerman told the story when he was a child and someone handed him a pair of Chinese handcuffs. Do you remember those from school? It's like a little woven tube. And as a child, what do they automatically do? That's right. And then what happens, they stick fingers in either side of the tube, and what happens is when they try to pull their fingers out, the handcuff tightens. And so, I don't know about you, but when I did this as a child, I started to panic a little bit. And it's not until you realize that as you lean into the tube, as you actually press in a little bit, then it eases up and you're able to release your finger. Acceptance helps us not to struggle over that which we have no control. And again, to remember that our own power is within, and through the power of thought. And it's not just mental thoughts, it's the emotions behind it, it's the energy behind it. That's how we change our lives. We change our thoughts, we change our life. We also can accept our good. It's sort of like leading a horse to water. You can't make it drink. Well, there's goodness all around us, but we have to accept it. We have to be open to it. Holmes tells us all the good that you desire awaits your acceptance of it, but you can't experience it while you deny it. So as you may recall, we are looking at Daily Words in celebration of the 100-year anniversary of the Daily Word, and choosing different readings for each of these core values. And the one for acceptance comes from 1990. Perhaps there are things about myself that I would like to change. However, I know that change often begins with acceptance. It's much easier to make constructive changes with an accepting attitude than with a condemning one. There are areas in which I'm ready to initiate change, and others I choose to let remain unchanged. I am accepting of others. No matter how much I believe other people should change, it's up to them to decide what they think is best. Being loved and accepted by others is important, but it may be more important to know that I love and accept myself. If I make a mistake, I forgive myself, learn from it, get on with my life. I accept myself as I am, knowing that adjustments are natural and forthcoming. And the scripture comes from Jeremiah 31. I have loved you with an everlasting love. Therefore, I have continued my faithfulness to you. I invite you to affirm with me our affirmation on the screen together. I accept and appreciate myself and all others. Yeah, so we take a moment as we move into our last core value. And you may have gotten a hint from the songs that we were singing. Joy. Joy. Spirit is joy. The source of joy is God. And it's that source that is within us as we enter into a consciousness of our oneness with the divine, that we can really experience real joy. The scripture from Galatians, the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, and faithfulness. Yes, indeed. So, because we are fully human and fully divine, joy is often a fleeting experience for us. And as we align with God, with Spirit, with love, we're more likely to experience joy because it is our true nature. Spirit is joy, oh holy joy. When we are living also from these core values and others that may feel more personal to you, we align more readily with our true nature and experience that joy as well. Desmond Tutu tells us we are meant to live in joy. This does not mean that life will be easy or painless. It means that we can turn our faces to the wind and accept that this is the storm we must pass through. We cannot succeed by denying what exists. The acceptance of reality is the only place from which to change and begin. So how do we, it is kind of a quandary, isn't it? How do we move into joy in a world full of division and conflict? How do we maintain that? And does it feel like we're being negligent somehow in doing so? I'd like to share with you another quote from Valerie Kaur. In the face of horrors visited upon our world daily, in the struggle to protect our loved ones, choosing to let in joy is a revolutionary act. What energy we are holding impacts those around us. We are energetic beings. So if I am holding the energy of joy and love, it's going to be felt by others around me. It's going to send out an energetic invitation, if you will, to come join me in this love and joy. And this is how we can change the world. Maybe it's just one person at a time, but it is still one path that we can do. Again, it's through our spiritual practices. Charles Fillmore tells us the free, open mind stayed on God is certain to bring forth joy. But not only that, real satisfaction in living and true prosperity. Boy, that's an advertisement for, taking up meditation and prayer, isn't it? Yeah. We know it's a choice. It's a choice to move into a quiet time on a consistent basis. It's also a choice to align with the divine within so that we can experience this joy. Joy is not some pasted on smile, but it's a choice that we make in the midst of challenges. You may remember this guy from The Office, Ray Wilson. He wrote, "I propose that the opposite of cynicism isn't optimism, The opposite of cynicism is joy. Why? Well, optimism has a kind of inherent clueless look on the bright side sheen to it. And recent research in the field of positive psychology tells us there is such a thing as toxic positivity, where one can feel pressure to be positive at all times in a way that is insensitive to the difficulties that might surround a person. Joy, however, inherently acknowledges sorrow. It doesn't disregard the hard stuff. Joy knows that negativity is part of life as well. Joy says that life is hard, but there is a place you can go, a tool you can use. Joy is a force. Joy is a choice, something that can be harnessed, a decision to be made. And the daily word that I chose for joy, this wonderful core value, comes from 1956. And I need to give a little translation here first. In unity, the term the Lord is always identified as within. It is our I am, our Christ consciousness, our Buddha nature, that presence of God that we are expressing. That is the joy of the Lord, rather. So you can translate this as I go along, because it's really lovely. My joy comes from the eternal, not from the external. The joy of the Lord is a wellspring within me that continually bubbles up. The joy of the Lord is constant. It is unfailing. It is ever renewing. The joy of the Lord is not lessened by events in the external world. It is not destroyed by sad happenings. It is not defeated by failure. The joy of the Lord flows from the fountainhead to me and fills me through and through. If ever I feel downhearted for any reason, I will remember that joy is in me. Joy is of the Spirit as love is of the Spirit. I don't have to manufacture joy or create it. I only have to tune myself in to the Spirit of God within me. I only have to speak a word of joy to call forth a joyous spirit. The joy of the Lord is strong, endlessly flowing, and in a moment can be brought forth. I invite you to join me in this affirmation together. The joy of the Lord is a wellspring within me. Yes. So as I said, joy is contagious, and I want to share a story of contagious joy with you now. I read this recently. It took place in a Colorado Children's Hospital. And for the past 4 years, they've been doing this special project. They asked the kids who are in there in the hospital to draw a picture of their perfect idea of a snowman. And then they get volunteers who have signed up online for them and their families to bring these drawings into creation with snow. And then send a picture of them, along with words of encouragement and maybe a video, whatever they want, to the kids. So let me show you a couple. This is the bat snowman. And you can see the writing there. The child even put how to make those wings. You put a stick and you can use fabric or ice for the wings. I love that. I love that. And I think that whoever did the real brought it to life, so to speak, did a great job with it too. But my favorite is still coming. Here we go. This is the Princess Snowman. What did that princess go through? I love this so much. This is a great example example of how joy is contagious. Because I'm pretty sure that these pictures, the photographs, brought joy to the kids in the hospital. They brought joy to the families who created the snowmen and the medical team. Everybody working at the hospital probably felt that joy as well. It's a simple act that brightened a lot of people's day, and which actually lowers the stress level as well, right? So we can indeed choose joy by choosing to align with that presence of power, of life, of wisdom within us that we are expressing. So let's do that now as we move into a time of meditation. I invite you to go ahead and get comfortable, adjusting your position as necessary. And then paying attention to your breath, the inhale and the exhale. And allowing the exhale to release any tension. Allowing the next inhale that you take to bring your focus to your heart space. And as we move from the head to the heart, from the thinking nature to the feeling nature, let us accept who we are as a spiritual being. Let us accept and know that we are indeed how God created us, perfect and whole. God created us as love expressing, as God expressing, as Spirit expressing. God created us as the source of wisdom, of joy. And as we go into a time of quiet, which will be for a few minutes, and this is not an external quiet, it's an internal quiet, quieting the thoughts, calming the thoughts. We can use as an anchor for our focus that phrase from A Course in Miracles, I am as God created me. I am our spiritual identity. I am as God created me. And every attribute that you might think of as God or divine is also yours. I am peace. I am love. I am as God created me in the silence. just allow gratitude to come forth for this very moment. Gratitude for the beauty within, for the love within.
I behold you, beautiful one. I behold you, child of the earth and sun. Let my love wash over you. Let my love wash over you. I behold you, beautiful one. I behold you, child of the earth and sun. Let my love wash over you. Let my love wash over you. I behold you, beautiful one. I behold you, child of the earth and sun. Let my love wash over you. Let my love wash over you. I behold you, beautiful one. I behold you, child of the earth and sun. Let my love wash over you. Let my love wash over you. Yes, I behold you, beautiful one. I behold you, child of the earth and sun. Let my love wash over you. Let my love wash over you. Let my love wash over you. Let my love wash over you.
Thank you, Brent and Patty. That's a beautiful song. And now from this place of being centered and all loved up, I invite you to join me in our prosperity affirmation. Together, prosperity flows freely through our church, nourishing our ministry while enriching the lives we touch. We are grateful stewards of all that is given, using it wisely to create a legacy of love and service. And when we have the offering, Brent and Patty will sing another song.
I'm happy, I'm joyful, I am fulfilled. I'm happy, I'm joyful, I am fulfilled. I'm aware of all my blessings, so much love I can't sit still. I'm happy, I'm joyful, I am fulfilled. I'm happy, I'm joyful, I am fulfilled. I'm happy, I'm joyful, I am fulfilled. I'm aware of all my blessings, so much good I can't sit still. I'm happy, I'm joyful, I am fulfilled. I'm happy, I'm joyful, I am fulfilled. I'm happy, I'm joyful, I am fulfilled. I'm aware of all my blessings, so much peace I can't sit still. I'm happy, I'm joyful, I am fulfilled. Well, I'm happy, I'm joyful, I am fulfilled. I'm happy, I'm joyful, I am fulfilled. I'm aware of all my blessings, so much faith I can't sit still. I'm happy, I'm joyful, I am fulfilled. I'm happy, I'm joyful, I am fulfilled. Well, I'm happy, I'm joyful, I am fulfilled. I'm
announcements, and I'll try to make this as quick as I can, but you know what they say about giving a minister a mic? Don't laugh, it just encourages me. Okay, so the 31st of May, there is a wonderful gathering at Ann Baker's farm. It's a special time of sharing stories and reflections about those we love who have passed. And they'll have luminaries to launch down the creek in remembrance. It's also a potluck. There's more information and the address on the flyer. It's going to be a very special time indeed, my friends. I hope you can make it. And then on the 8th of June, Dance Alchemy comes back with a dance workshop. Actually, it's just Candace Tricks coming back. She is the founder of Dance Alchemy. It's very easy to learn choreography. I feel like if I can do it, anyone can do it, okay? And that is no exaggeration. It's fun. You're not dancing for anyone but yourself. I mean, that's all it is. And there's also flyers for everything here in the foyer if you're interested in any of it. And more information at unityhagerstown.org. And then on the 9th, Unity of Hagerstown is hosting a Japanese noodle float in support of Tim Biffle, who is the resident Buddhist monk, and on his travels, he's given so much back to the community. He asked us to host it, and I said, yes, why not? Let's give back to him. So a Japanese noodle float is, how to explain this? It is a contraption that's typically made out of bamboo, but I think he has one that's PVC piping. But it's disinfected, and broth is poured down this contraption, and noodles are poured down this contraption, and people stand on either side with chopsticks trying to catch the noodles. So you have to work for your dinner. There'll be other things besides the noodles in case you can't catch any. There'll also be other food. There's also going to be an Ikebana demonstration. Given by yours truly, and also a little bit of Tim's life and his travels. He has worked on 13-piece pagodas around the world. He's a recognized monk in several different Buddhist traditions, several different schools of thought. I'm not quite sure what you call them, but yeah, he has different Buddhist robes. So very interesting character, and a local one as well, and I hope you can make it to that. That's a fundraiser for him. Saturdays we have a walk and talk at Cushwa Basin in Williamsport. If you want to join us, that's exactly what we do. We walk and talk unless it's raining, and then we go. So it's nice, just go out there, see whoever shows up, and enjoy a couple-mile walk, or as far as you want to go. Next Saturday, I think the Dr. Highway has been rescheduled for next Saturday. And if you're interested in that, Arnie's got a sign-up sheet. You can either pass it along, or if you want to say a few words, that's fine.
Yes, I'm just looking for a few more volunteers if possible. I know a couple of the other ones can't be scheduled, so if you're able to be here next Saturday at 8:30, join us, and we just walk up the road here, both sides up to the where the aluminum place or
It's the recycle place.
Recycle place,
Yeah.
thank you. And just pick up the trash along the way and keep our community beautiful and trash-free. So.
And it's really a win-win, because we all want to move around a little bit more, right? And, and get a little more exercise, a little bit more stretching. So please see Arnie if you're interested, and please sign up. I didn't mention this. Sign up if you're interested in the commemoration night at Ann's, and I'll pass this around in a moment. Let me finish the announcements. Sundays, we're trying something new, a pre-service gathering for coffee at 10:15. For those who just want to have a little bit more social time, perhaps you're not able to stick around after the service, here you can come before the service. And we'll see how it goes. Yeah. Thank you to January for that idea. And now we're going to say goodbye to our beloved Facebook friends and our YouTubers, and just know that you are the light of God. You are that beautiful expression of the divine. We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you for being part of this community.